Hello, it's John from DoubleSleeved here, and this is Meg, a small white cat. And we're going to play some Zendikar Rising draft. And I can tell you for nothing, she is going to get in the way. So, hopefully, you're all okay. I am wearing a black hoodie and being covered in white cat hair. Nothing better, I'd say, than that. Rarely does Meg come and join for a draft, but she's here today, and that's what matters. Is that support, that what are you gonna do? Well, we have tried to draft earlier, and it didn't go very well for a number of reasons. So, this is an absolute card and a half. There's not much more I can say about this card. It's fantastic. Creating. You're just going to lie there now, aren't you? Okay. Creating 2 4/4 White Angel Warrior creature tokens with flying. And then all the other creatures that aren't angels gain indestructible till our next turn. More importantly, it's a land that enters tapped, or you can pay 3 for it to just enter as a white mana. The only other, Amiria Captain's a great flying cards. Wound Robber's pretty good in the blue-black robbers. Spores of Adventure's good. Happy to see that wheel. Bubble Snare's great. We won't see that wheel. We just need to make sure that we hit an archetype. So one of the worst things you can do is not hit an archetype and be left wanting. So here we've got another dual land, Kabira Takedown, which is a great dual land. Lots of cards. If you've got lots of creatures out, this will deal a lot of damage. Sign of the Swarm, very specifically black-white clerics. Roiling Regrowth, great for any of the landfall decks. Nahiri's Binding. I may well just take a Nahiri's Binding because it really does tie up some cards. Tazim Raptor. Lots of good white cards. I wouldn't want to be sending the wrong signals, but I think we really do want to be in white. So happy to take a Nahiri's Binding. Okay. So we've got some decisions to make. Ora, Skyclave Hierophant. It's a lifelink 3/3 for 4. When it or another cleric dies, you can return it to the back. Return a cleric with a lesser converted mana cost. This is a big cleric synergy card. It isn't like the best. We have seen some clerics. I don't dislike the cleric thing. If we weren't going to take that, the Gloom Hunter's okay. The McKinley Stampede's very good. Green likes Blightblade for a number of reasons. I don't dislike the Bugcatcher. But I'm happy to speculate on Ora. If I'm honest, if we're going to stick around that kind of thing, I'm happy to take the Blood Priest. It's a good 2 mana, 2/1 that gains us a bit of life. And in that vein, the Farsight Adept, not a great card. If anything, it's a pretty bad card. But it is a white wizard. And white do not have many wizards. I don't necessarily like Kitesail Cleric in the Cleric deck. And I don't really like Angel Heart Protector either. I think I would rather have the 1-drop in order that Ora can bring it back if a 2-drop dies. So it kind of does have more synergy there. I do like Zoth Consumption. We have been abandoned by a cat, which is great. Sorry if you can see the massive fur that I'm covered in. But I think the Kitesail Cleric is definitely the better option. So here we've got Malakir Rebirth, which is very good. But I just think the hard removal, I know it's conditional in terms of power 3 or less, but there's plenty of power 3 or less creatures. It's too good for us to miss. I'll take a Resolute Strike, even though we don't really have a warrior yet. It's still pretty good if we want to get like a Banneret or something. Speak of the Devil. Although I think I'm more in for Blood Price, if I'm honest with you. We may or may not play it. Helps us get some creatures. We'll get the Tazim Raptor because that helps us get the Amiria's Call back. Nice flying 2/2 for 3. We'll take a Skitter Sneak because it is a rogue, which could help us out. It's a little bit better up on the curve. But I would be happy to get rid of it later if we find something a little bit better than that. Otherwise, again, not really our colours. Ooh, we can wait. Again here, I can't see us playing any of these, but I will sideboard the Constrictor and this Snarecaster, and then whatever is given to us in the end. Oh, we'll take a Practice Tactics. Seagate Restoration. Draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand, +1. You have no maximum hand size. So, you know, it's a very specific end game kind of card, not really what we're looking for. The Fledgling's okay, but again, not really what we're looking for. We really need this hard removal, the Deadly Alliance. We would love to wheel the Expedition Healer. We'd love to wheel the Tazim Raptor. The Subtle Strike even. But we can't pass on a 5 mana removal, which will probably be more like 4 or 3 mana when we have some of our bits and bobs out. So really happy to take a Deadly Alliance here. If that were a Relic Vial, we'd be even happier, but it's not. Not bothered by Base Camp, not particularly bothered by Dauntless Unity or Makindi Ox. I think we're probably a Blood Beckoning in order to get creatures out of our graveyard, with the hope of wheeling the Blood Priest. Are we better off Blood Priest with the hope of wheeling the Beckoning? That's the question that everyone is asking. I think we are. I think I'd rather just have the 2 drops at the moment. Another Relic Amulet. Well, isn't that going to make somebody's day? I don't mind a Bright Climb Pathway here. The only other option is to take another Wizard, but I just don't know if I want another 3-drop Wizard. I'd rather have the Raptors, to be honest with you, just to get things back, possibly. I'll take this Pathway. It just helps us out. Wow, Royal Eruption is spinning around to this point. Oh, we are very nicely in our colours, though. I don't really want to go red. I think we'll take this Blade Master. Would I rather have... I don't think I want anyone to mill. I don't really think any of these cards are what we want. I almost feel like I'd rather have a Lynx. We're going to take the Blade Master just because we're not going to see many warriors. But again, we're happy to get rid of that pretty much straight away. Oh, that's good. Good card for us. For sure is this Shepherd of Heroes. Another Blood Beckoning, though, which is a little bit annoying. And a Pelika Predation, which we'd be happy to take. Getting rid of cards in opponent's hand. Or a card. But the Shepherd of Heroes gains us life, which is exactly what we want. And it's a cleric, and it's flying, and it's a 3/4, which is fantastic. A Blood Beckoning would definitely be good for us, though. So, yeah, so this is the thing. I'd much rather have this paired Tactician than the previous card, as it is a 3/2 that... In fact, would I rather have that or the Farsight Adept? I'm going to take the Farsight Adept, having said that. another wizard. I'll take this vampire, but I'll possibly play one. I'll probably take the axe for the sideboard. There we go. We've wheeled the healer, which is absolutely fantastic. Just what we want. It's a great 2-drop for our deck. And we've wheeled the practice tactics, which we'll take. We may not play 2 though. These cards aren't particularly good for us. We'll take the Messerlink, so we probably won't play it. So, you know, we've got almost a... we could probably play a 2-pack deck here. If we had to. You know, 24 cards, number of lands. We could do with a nice... Okay. So, Crawling Barrens is a fantastic card. There's no two ways about it. It's a land that just gets bigger and more annoying as time goes on. Acquisitions Expert's pretty good, but this just goes in every deck and is just a constant threat that's very difficult to get rid of. So I'm very happy to see that card. There isn't really a huge amount else I want out of this pack. Like I said, the Acquisitions Expert will be okay, but that'll get taken in the next couple of picks, and if not, maybe the Sky Dancer, but it's unlikely we'll play it. So happy to take the Crawling Barrens. So this could be good in our deck. However, like immediately to its right is the better card. So the rare is okay. I mean, it's made better by the by Ora, but we can't play just around one card. I mean, we'd happily, to be honest with you, I'd happily just have this pack and finish the draft. Zoth Consumption's great, the Blood Priest's great, and the Vanquish the Weak. But I'll happily take this card that gains life. That when it gains life, we get 1/1. So Deadly Alliance, I prefer over Feed the Swarm. Although I think I might take a Feed the Swarm purely because it can target enchantments. Enchantments can be really powerful. We're not particularly bothered by the life loss as we're going to be gaining life, so pretty good for us. If we could wheel either of these, it would be amazing. Otherwise, there isn't really anything else in this pack for us, unfortunately. So, but we'll take it. Unbelievable that Roost of Drakes has come around. And another Feed the Swarm. And all these clerics. Ah. Ah. Right, our curve is all up here. I think we need the 2-drops, which is a devastating thing to be saying. These cards don't matter, unfortunately. Okay, so there's some questions here. I think we're going to take another Deadly Alliance. The Emeria Captain would be fantastic as a warrior, but our 3-drop slot is already looking pretty high. I just think a second Deadly Alliance is fantastic for us. It's unlikely we're going to play a Blood Price or a second Highborn Vampire. I'll take another Blood Price though. At this point, with just anything with the word Cleric on it we'll take. So the Angel Heart Protector gives something indestructible. Happy to have it. Smite the Monstrous. We've got 2 practice tactics. We won't be playing it. We won't be playing Adrana's Silencer, unfortunately. And we'll take the Root Grazer for the sideboard just for fun. So yeah, I don't hate the cards that we've currently got, to be honest with you. There's 3 lands in there. We'll probably end up playing the Lynx. And possibly the Blade Master. What other warriors do we have? The Highborn Vampire. Oh, and a Blood Price. Yeah, so all the good cards we had that we saw in the other packs got snapped up, as you would expect. We haven't seen either of the 2 main Cleric cards. I think we saw one main Cleric Commons We saw one at one point, which was the Blight Priest, but we haven't seen the Core Celebrant. Both of those cards are in some way pretty crucial. Take us another Raptor for sure. In terms of their in terms of their life gain and obviously then pinging. We also didn't see any of the Cleric Uncommon or Relic Vial, which is a bit of a pain, but we have got Ora and we also had the Attended Healer, so things could be worse. We've currently got 9 Clerics, which is pretty good. We've managed to get 1 Rogue, 1 Warrior, 2 Wizard, so that's okay. We've got a bit of everything if we need it. So we've got one. I'm sure I had another one of these, which with the Raptors is fine. So we've got 9 white and 8 black. I think we just get rid of the blood price and we call it a day. Couple of practice tactics, which are good for our party. Deal a couple of damage. The Kitesail Cleric's okay. Or we could give something +2/+2. You know what? We will take the blood price. We'll put that in just for a little bit of extra oomph. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, Ra. Boomdier. If you don't know who Aurora Boomdier is, maybe you should look it up. If you can't be bothered to look it up, it's a song from like some time ago. You know, I'm all about them pop culture references from like the 30s, 1930s or whatever. Oh, we're 17 minutes, and we need this to be one heck of a great draw. I think we'll keep this. We've got turn 1. If they Blight Priest, not Blight Priest, if they whatever it is, the Blight Blade, then that's fine. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, okay, straight away into getting blue. Yeah, fine. Like, why would you ask me if I want to kick it when I have no mana? I turn 1. So it's pretty clear that I'm going to turn to. I'm not putting down the pathway just because I don't foresee it being necessary. We don't have a turn 3 play at the moment. Now, we could feed the swarm that. Take 3, hit them for 3. Yeah, I think I like that. I like it mainly because we're going to need to get through that 4 with the Shepherd of Heroes anyway. It's unlikely they're going to run 2 Snarecasters. Any flyers they've got will be hit by the Shepherd of Heroes. So I think we're better off getting the Rogue out, which blocks the Sproutling nice. Hitting in the air for 1, passing the turn. Just because I think that there's going to be something bigger and scarier coming down. Like that, for instance, which we would want a Deadly Alliance. Again, I feel like there could be something bigger. Now, they might choose to Rabid Bite my healer. Which is, which is fine. Or my Skitter Sneak, that's up to them. Us taking 7 isn't really a huge deal. The Skitter Sneak being around is good because it helps us gain another 2 life. But, it's not the end of the world if they want to get rid of it. Okay. I'll take 4. We're going to gain 4 next turn. There we go. That's what we wanted to get rid of. So that has trample, that has trample, that does not. So depending on what they do beforehand. Okay, so what are they going to bounce? The sneak? Okay. That's fine. So if I take 10, I mean, I can't play both of these next turn. So I've got 6 mana, so I can... So if I attack with these 2, I've got a good block on the Geyser Mage and potentially good block on the Sproutling. I think I race well at the moment, especially with the Skitter Sneak. My draws are still going to be pretty good. Plenty of removal. Okay, a Death Toucher is not a huge issue for us in terms of it's on the ground. There's nothing for them to steal. Like, I'm very happy for that trade. I've got a great block on their Geyser Mage. And even if they remove it, they're only doing 4 damage. I'm hitting them back for 3. Yeah, so this... This becomes difficult for them for sure. Yep, so that's the power of the black-white clerics. Is it's just a long game, difficult, grindy. Not that you can't go wrong, but with the amount of removal that we've managed to get, which is, important, we've got plenty to do at the start of the game. So happy with 1. Obviously, the aim is always to get to sort of a 4-5 mark in order to keep that gem train rolling. We 0-3'd earlier, and therefore we ran our gems into the ground, which is never a good thing. And the advice I would give you in terms of what happened with that game... Ooh, I've got to mulligan it. Oh, slightly better. We picked a load of good white and good green cards, but yeah, unfortunately, we just didn't synergize very well at all. Yeah, I kind of expected that, which is why I didn't play the Raptor. It would also have given us the Deadly Alliance next turn. I'm happy if they just want to pass over and over again. Okay. When it enters the battlefield, copy the next spell of 2 or less. Okay, so it's just going to draw 2 cards. That's fair enough. It's not a bad one mana draw 2. Okay, so we have a good block on that. If they want to remove it, they can. They will not enough for Bubble Snare at the moment, but it may be that they wanted to draw cards in order to gain lands. You don't know what they kept. So the Stormcaller is now just a 2/1. It does nothing now. It's good in terms of it being able to come in and copy a spell, but once it's done that, it really offers nothing. Okay, so they could Bubble Snare this now, but it doesn't change its effect. I don't have another good creature. Obviously the Raptor's okay. Okay, so that stops the healer from attacking. Okay. So I play the Farsight Adept. I think I'm better off Deadly Alliancing something. And having the potential to... They might double block, which wouldn't be a bad thing at all. I will happily trade those 2. Clears the way for us. If we draw another land, yeah, then we have Bird, followed by Farsight Adept. Next turn we have Blood Price. Now next turn we get the healer. That lifelink 3/3 is a real pain in the backside. Okay, so that's a 4. Happy to just keep removing their creatures. So I don't have another cleric at the moment. But they have got cards in hand, which we don't have. Obviously our board state's pretty good, and we keep drawing well off the top. Top decking's a really important skill, and it's something I would urge you to really practice. You can't really play competitively without having a top decking knack. Okay. So them having that out, if they attack, then they leave themselves open to 7 damage in return. That thing's not particularly good. It's just a 2/1. That is good though. So we're going to need some removal for sure. That's not removal. They attack with everything. I block, I chump. Yeah. Okay. We may have lost this game. Okay. What happened there? Ah. I feel like a right. Well, this is like, I've got very few lands. Why am I not crawling Baronsing? Oh, wow. I feel like a right muppet. Oh, this could be massive by now. Oh wow, Lithoform engine. That's a cool animation going on over there. I'm just banking on them not drawing anything that's going to impact the game positively. Okay. So they can copy that, can they? And get 2 of them. And draw just an absolute ton of cards. Wowzers. What a great top deck from them. This is what I mean. Their top decking was fantastic. So for anyone who's wondering why I'm in dismay, I should have been activating Crawling Barons. And having said how great a card it is, what an absolute muppet to have not been activating it. I mean, I just have to do this, right? I'm 1 land away from being able to activate. So that is a good end card. Um, I don't understand what they're doing. Some weird sort of emoji thing. So, had I have been crawling Baronsing earlier, probably wouldn't have been in the situation we were in. Is there an argument to say that I fed the swarm a bit too soon? Yes, I think there probably is. But, hey, we live and die by these mistakes. One win, one loss. The old 1 for 1. Could still be a 7-1. We need to draw well. I think a lot of this format, a lot of draft is early creatures, is early meaningful game influencing cards. I'm clicking your knuckles. Have I too many lands in the deck? I don't know. That's interesting. See, I can't cast anything with this. I literally have one play. A Plains changes everything. But can I risk it? 2 draws? Of course I can. We get the Barons down. Chuck a Plains down. Get the Links out. We'll get the Adept down. We still have good blocks on the Scythe Cat with the Adept. We've got an absolute bucket load of stuff in the library. Happy to trade off, but they don't want to. That's fine. I think I'd rather double bubble. Obviously, they're going to keep growing that Scythe Cat. Cool. Cool. All the calls. Cool. So Raptor in essence costs 2, but I then can't double cast anything. I think I'd rather get a big body out. This kills everything. I think we just go hyper aggressive because, you know, what has worked really well for us previously is how hyper aggressive we've been. I mean, we've got gas in hand, so I'm not remotely bothered. 24 life. We've got a Shepherd to come down next turn. They missed their land drop last turn. They're not playing anything this turn. We have lethal next turn. Job's a good one. There it is. Back on track. Happy to say we're back on track. Two one. Let's keep trucking on to those 4 and 5 wins, which is what we want. And who knows, push through. Like I said, I think the 2 other clerics, common clerics, it's unusual we didn't pick up at least one of each of those. And then some of the uncommons would be great. We've not seen Aurora yet. Aurora Boomdier. Which is a shame. Being our, you know, our entire reason for being in this set, this deck. I mean, this is what you want. This really sweet opening hand. We don't want to lose the flip every time. But as you know, as far as turn 1 plays go, it's not bad. It's a 1/1 flyer. It's no Healer's Hawk, is it? They're now thinking, oh great, black-white clerics. We've got 3 colours. I've got 3 creatures, soon to be 4 creatures. I'm not doing a huge amount of damage. That's kind of the thing with this. It's not like, you know, I just think I'm happy to keep going. That having menace is of no consequence to me at all. They can rabid bite, like fine. Next turn we draw a land, and we they can't get back from that. Like, my cleric does it. My Kitesail cleric does it on his own. What a horrific display of brutalization that I have come in and done this to this poor individual. Ronket, I'm sorry. Black-white cleric aggro. Spend all your mana. Win the game. Chose not to kick it. Chose to gain 1 life. There you go. Like, that was nasty. That can't have been fun for anyone. Wasn't fun for me? Yes, it was fun for me. I really enjoyed it. Gold tier 3. Here we come. Gold tier 2. Yeah, I will stop doing that forever. 3-1. So you see there where it was like, in this kind of format, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, even then turn 4, all on curve with removal in hand. That is it. Like, the life gain was great, but unnecessary in many ways. That's why aggro, if you can get it, it's hard though in your opening hand, because you end up with this sort of hand, which you keep because you've got a turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, which means we can. What's great about this hand is if we can get Ora out, we don't mind Malakir dying, because when Angel Heart dies, so I didn't know this until I, started watching other streamers, that if you hold a land it speeds up the next draw by like milliseconds, which is perfect, just what you want. I mean, it's an unnecessary indestructible because, as I have already said, I actually don't mind that dying. But, you know, I'll get him for 2 damage when I can. There's no way that they're going to chuck down 2 things for the party. Not when they're playing tap lands. There, that's what I needed. Where's this? Where was this when I needed it? Okay. So a rogue, little vampy rogue. We've got a land in hand. That'll gain them life, which will buff that up, which is fine. Drawing a card is really great for us. That gives us something to kill the scavenger with. They may well not attack, although it would be silly not to. Okay, that's a cleric coming on down. Full party. So we're going to give that life, that flying and 1/1. Cool. So I now can't destroy the Cleric of Life Bond with the Vanquish the Weak. Okay, so if we send in everything, 2, 4, 6, 9, we gain 2, so we go to 19. They've got favourable trades on that one and that one. And Ora makes it okay, Ra. They haven't got any life link. They're just going to take the rest. So that's fine. So we've just lost the 2 mana. It was an aggressive attack, but you know, we're playing black-white cleric aggro, so... Interesting. So they did that just to draw a card. For life for a... See, they're playing... I don't quite understand why they're playing that. Is that just because of the Archpriest? See, I got rid of their only rogue, which has stopped this whole shenanigans. They've got nothing in the air. Now the Ora machine begins to whir. Okay. Got that full party, giving something flying and +1/+1, but nothing has lifelink, so... Tazim Raptor is coming at you. What a massive anticlimax at the end. I'm like, is there a catch? Do I win? Yep, I win. Wow, that was close. That was a scary mix-up. They obviously drew a Morag and was like, I'm going to play that in this cleric deck. I'm just not sure why. Like, Morag's cool. Like, he's a good card. Don't get me wrong. I want to build a commander deck around it, but I'm just not sure it fits in a black-white cleric deck. We got to see Aurora in action, though. I think it's a good card. I think people diss it. I mean, it's 4 mana. It's fairly expensive, etc. But it's, you know... If you can get enough of the little clerics, then what's the problem? We got there. Well, that's a nice name. Player 89629. So they're... Oh, okay. I was going to say official wizard. I'll give them another card, why not? So, if I had a 3-drop cleric, I would attack with the healer, but I don't. And I'd rather wait until my Kite Sail was out and dead. So I have a Feed the Swarm for something that they play, possibly even that wizard. The Deadly Alliance is online with 3 mana, which is cool. They look like they've got some sort of removal. They could Royal Eruption, the Farsight Adept. I am somewhat busting for the toilet, though. So, that's a thing. Okay. So... Attacking, blocking, okay. It's risky, but I need to hit my land drop. So I'll give them another card. It's risky now, but... They could buff that with something. If they do, good for them. The other option was the Kite Sail Cleric, which probably was the better option, but yeah. Force them to use some mana, I guess. They've had to play that, so they've obviously not drawn any lands, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Happy to get rid of that. I just think having him out is a good idea. Yes, if they draw another warrior, they're going to hit me for 4, but I'm not aggressively worrying about that. My life gain will... So I think we get rid of... that thing. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like itching to go to the loo. I need to like plan this better. I just get so into it and ready to go. If they don't have anything really good, Deadly Alliance will sort them out next turn, whatever happens. But they're going to need to play a couple of things. One of those isn't really going to cut it. I feel for them. Now, I've got good blocks on them, so I'm not particularly bothered. Again, they're going to need something really good. I need to remember crawling barons as well, because I could be getting him for a bit more damage. Ora dying brings back him, which wins the game. Spot on. Okay, 5-1. When we went 1-1, I thought, oh no, what have I done? But to be fair, the deck is definitely the best archetype. Where, in terms of being able to just throw things in and it be very serviceable. Again, I've not tried black-blue rogues in any sort of meaningful way. So maybe I should, and that would, you know. I'm going to play this because I need to remember crawling barons. If there was a way I could remember crawling barons turn 5, then I would. I'll offer the trade. If it attacks, I'll kill it with practice tactics. If not, it's kind of like, why not? Okay. Okay. So this is where the overflood is going to be a real problem. Last game had a really good, like 4 or 5 mana or whatever. Okay. So if we attack, they would have to do many a block. We attack with the healer. They've not got a pump on the ambusher. I think we offer that trade. Like it's free damage at the end of the day. And I will happily deal 4 damage to that fledgling when it attacks. Happily. Even more happily. So I can still Crawling Barrens, can't I? I'll block the Minotaur, no problem. So if I Raptor, how far away am I here? 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm a couple away. I've got good block on the Minotaur. I've got good blocks elsewhere. Now that thing's going to get annoying for sure, because it's trample. Okay, and that thing blocks my thing. They've got nothing in there they want to pick up though. There's no benefit from gaining a land, unless they have a 1 mana something. So we're kind of at a stalemate. You know, they can start to banner it. Yeah, okay, so we've got a couple of options here. We get rid of the Minotaur, or we get rid of the Raptor. We've got good blocks on the Minotaur. At the moment, but they could easily draw removal for it. Again, it's an instant spell, so we want to be doing it at the last possible point, so after they've attached the Scavenge Blade. I think I would rather just... So I've still got Deadly Alliance. Okay, so they're really putting everything out now. So I have got lethal if they don't block anything. I've got 2 good blockers here. They're not going to get to 22. I've got 4 lifelink coming back to me. Nothing will die. And I still have indestructible. If they've got no flyers, that's it. So they can't pump. In fact, yeah, I'm happy to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I was going to give you a card. Well, guys, just shows you that Amiria's Call, whatever it's called, is pretty spectacular. Six and 1. Is this going to be the first 7 win of Zendikar? It's not good that the first 7 win could come like a month after the set's released. Hashtag 2 drafts a week at least. What you learnt there though was, although the early damage from the cleric was cheeky and had backup, holding back and waiting, building up the crawling barons, because I didn't even use that at the end, and then waiting for the mana, that wrap to help me get the dual land back. You know, there was some good habits in there. You know, so this is a great hand. I like the way the card moves. I think that the up and down, left and right, at diagonals makes it look like a cool little cardio. We're almost definitely playing that as a plains anyway. So we probably will Angel Heart this turn. Oh, it's a cleric. Oh, I missed 2 lifelink. Well, I'm a fool. Hello, I'm a fool. How are you? Okay, give me a card. Give me a land. Not a land, but it will get rid of your Farsight. So I think I like vanquish the weak on the far side adept. And then I like attacks. Because I get lifelink, which I was stupid enough not to do last time. You know, they can attack and pump the T to peak. It's a great word. Us missing a land drop is annoying. It's not the worst thing in the world because we still have the Raptor and we still have the Blood Priest. So far we've played on every turn. It's just that we can't. We could have been playing the Ora. There we go. So we've got two choices here. We either Raptor. In fact, we've got a lot of choices. We either Raptor into Blood Priest to get our flyer out, but this has reach. And it's going to give everything haste, so we do kind of want to get rid of that. Or we just straight Ora. At the moment, we haven't got any clerics, so if they want to get rid of something, if they want a Royal Eruption or anything, it'll be the Ora. Which, you know, is annoying, but it means my double block on the Ambusher is good. Okay. So they want to attack now to draw a card. And then they can pay one to unattach. Oh, they choose not to. Okay. So we could Shepherd, which would gain us 2. Or we could Rogue. I think I prefer Rogue. It just makes this a better combo. So they've got good blocks here. It's this that's annoying. If they get a Royal Eruption, that's gone. Bye-bye. I want them to attack so I can, like, sack some stuff. And get it back in a minute. But it's not worth attacking in. Like, it's not worth just gaining 2 life, you know? But I'm conscious that as soon as this gets kablamoed, we lose like 90% of the effectiveness of this card. A 3/3 lifelink for 4 is like, eh. Why would you do that before combat? Okay. Attack? Great. Great, great, great. I'm hoping that if they die in the right way, that dying will trigger that to come back. I'm not sure how that works, but you're going to pass? Pass, 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 pass. Pass. Pass, 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 pass. I'm conscious that they're probably going to unattach the utility knife. Yeah, so I think the way they've done it... Ah, interesting. Yeah, so... I think I'm better off Raptor, Raptor, Interesting. That gives something a 1/1, right? They have 5 cards in hand. At the moment, I'm going to be gaining life. Like, I don't know what that's achieving. Like, I'll probably just take whatever they're going to do. Again, giving something indestructible. Like, that can stay back, but otherwise... I'm not sure I quite understand. It was a lot of work just to do... You can't equip the utility knife at instant speed. Like, why would you just keep taking 3? I mean, I'm not sure how much further ahead I can be. Like, but the 4 cards in hand, like, they could have anything. I mean, that's not a bad card to have, you know? Like, getting rid of 2, drawing 3. Royal Eruption, the Hierophant. Okay. Yeah. Give everything a 1/1. Okay. Yeah. Turn it all sideways. I dare you. Obviously. They don't really want to turn. They lose a creature. I gain 4 life. I play Vampire Warrior. I then play Cleric. Lose 3, gain 3. Attack with those 2. They block 1. You know, if they have to turn things sideways, next turn I do 2 in the air. They take out 1, 2. I do 5. So unless they put out a 2/2, okay, trample haste. Yeah. Fine. Didn't kick it, so it will just disappear. I'm really happy to just take it. And we win. Relentless life gain. And immensely simple clerical play. When we went 1/1, I bet you were all worried. But you should never have been worried. We've got it, guys. We've got the 7 wins. 7-1 with a black-white cleric deck. Lovely. Oh. Beautiful. Well, on that note, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate all your support. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, etc. More videos like this coming out. Tell me what you think of it in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.